Hi guys! Day 14, Vulnerable Video Series. So, today's my first day without Noah since last Wednesday. And I was like, what am I going to do today? I have like so much catching up to do, right? Like, I got more cleaning to do, I have more laundry to do, I have personal things like I make like lotions and potions and stuff, and haven't been making anything, and I've been needing to do that. What else do I need to do? Oh, I have this dining room table I'm working on that I have not worked on. I need to do that. There's tons of like paperwork that needs to be shared. There's all this stuff I need to do, and I'm actually really tired, and I would love to just sleep. And my body's like really feeling super crooked. Like everything just feels pulled this way, and I'm gonna get a massage today because my fingers have started to go numb, and that's when I know that my body's like, please take care of me, love me, love me, which brings me to body love, right? And being vulnerable. So in the spirit of being vulnerable, I was thinking about like hiding and self-love and that kind of stuff, and I've been having some interesting conversations with people, and I realized like how much I'm hung up and how much I'm always trying to hide my body. And yesterday in the video, I don't always rewatch them, but I rewatched it, and I realized how comfortable I've gotten like moving my arm around while I'm on video, where the first couple of days I was just so freaked out about like exposing that part, and how 14 days later, 13 days later, how much more comfortable I've gotten with that. So I thought, well, what if I talk about the other body issues I have, like that I'm always hiding? Like, would I get more comfortable in my skin by just like opening that up? So in the spirit of doing that and seeing what else is possible there, or how could it get even better than that, the other spot of my body that I've always been hiding is my gut, right? Like I'm always, like I feel, it's really weird because I feel fat by like cultural standards. But if I'm like, if I'm just like in my body, like close my eyes and I be with myself, I don't feel fat at all. Like I don't, if anything, I feel like kind of like soft and like, I don't know, I feel good to me, right? But by like cultural standards, society standards, like then I feel fat. When it's like I look at the magazines, or like I turn on the TV, or just those things. And it's interesting, right? Because like a part of me wants to like work at losing weight. Like I want to get fit, right? And another part of me is like, do I really want to get fit? Is that really a priority for me? Like, does that really matter to me? Like, I want to be strong, but that's the thing, right? Like, I feel strong. I feel really strong in my body. Like, I think my body is quite amazing. Like, it's resilient, it's adaptable, it's strong. It does great. My body does great. But I have these hang-ups, right? So like the crookedness here that we spoke about. And so here we go. At the risk of exposing myself, my belly. And I tattooed it, right? Because I was working on this belly issue. Like, it looks really even weirder in the camera. What if I move back? What if I move forward? All right, so it's a caterpillar on a leaf, travels down the rainbow, and it gets to a cocoon, a chrysalis, and it travels up and it turns into a butterfly. And I spent all my clothes is like designed to hide that part of me. Like I'm always hiding my stomach because it's like fat. And I guess that's supposed to be like a bad thing. But I'm over it. Like, right? I'm 34. This is my body. I'm so grateful for it. And I want to practice more self-love, like loving all the parts. Like my arm. See? I want to love that too. What else? Those are my big ones. I don't really hide my arm, like, I don't care. But my stomach, I'm always like hiding my stomach, or I'm being really self-conscious about like my belly. And it's like time to let that one go, right? Let's just destroy and uncreate that. Like, my belly carried my son, right? Well, I guess it wasn't my belly, right? Like, but you know what I mean. He grew in rainbows and butterflies. That's what he expanded. And oh, which brings me to the story, right? Like, I was at Publix. Publix is the supermarket here. And they have these like huge scales in them. And Noah loves to jump on the scales whenever we go. He wants to get on the scale. And, Mommy, how much do I weigh? How much do I weigh? So I was telling him, and he's like 42 pounds or something like that, right? And he's like, okay, well, it's your turn, Mommy. It's your turn. And I was like, I don't want to get on the scale, Noah. No, thank you. And he's like, why not? And I was like, because I don't. And my son is like me, like endless question asker. He's just always, but why? But why? But why? But why? Right? So, which I'm sure is like most kids, because most kids know the deal. They know to ask questions. They know to question everything. They're like little geniuses. But so he kept going with it, like, but why? But why? And finally, because I like keep it real with Noah. I don't like sugarcoat or make things nice. Like, I just keep it funky with him. And I'm like, cuz Noah, like, if I get on the scale, I'm going to see these numbers and I'm going to feel fat. And then in this society, in this culture, like, fat is like an ugly thing. And so then I start feeling all like ugly. And I don't want to go through all of that. And he stops and he looks at me and he grabs my hands and he goes, Mommy, I love you no matter what. Even if you're a little bit fat, Mommy, I love you anyways. I love you no matter what, Mommy. Right? So then for the rest of the day, he's just such a doll. I just love him so much. For the rest of the day, he just kept saying, you know, Mommy, I love you even if you're a little fat, Mommy. I still love you because I love you no matter what. So after like the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th time, I was like, all right, Noah, you know, I get it. I love you too. So fast forward into the evening, we're showering. Yes, I shower with Noah. It's easier to wash him in the shower together than when I have to lean over the tub. That causes a lot more stress. So we shower together. And he was like, I'm crooked on this side, right? And I have like, I don't know, it's like, you can't really see it, kind of see it. But so like, there's this like, I don't know if it's just fat or muscle, but even when I was at my thinnest, it was still there. So it's like a flap, like everything, since I'm like crooked, everything is just kind of off, right? And I'm really like, that's one of the things that like bothers me in clothes with bras. Like, it's one of those things. And Noah, we're showering and I'm like in the water and Noah comes up from behind me and he starts like messing with it and playing with it. And he goes, Mommy, I just love this little piece of fat way here. It's just the bestest, squishiest. I just love it. And he starts like doing like baby talk to it, like, buh. And yo, it was, honestly, my heart couldn't have expanded anymore. Sometimes I feel like I was gifted with this little man, you know, that, I mean, of course I was gifted, right? Like, he's awesome. But just the things that come out of him and the way he like encourages me and supports me and like sees all the things that I consider like my flaws or the things that are wrong with me, how he sees them and he just like loves me. He just loves me. All of it. You know, like, I've been told so many times that I'm like not such a great cook. So I have like all these like hang-ups about cooking, right? I make food and Noah's like, Mommy, you're like the best cook ever. I just love it. And I'm like, no, are you serious? It's just like, you know, but thank you. You know, and yeah, it's like he teaches me how to love me. He's amazing. And there you go. That's my vulnerable video for today. Have a great day.